Hi sewing friends, welcome to my sewing room. My name is Beth, and if you're new, welcome. I have been working on a quilt called the Oxford Rose. I've been cutting little kite shapes in the evenings, and I have been putting them in piles and sewing them together, and I have a few more to sew together before I actually put all of my blocks together, but I wanted to take a break on this big project and make a little simple zipper bag. I needed a little room to work, so I got one of my little project baskets and I stacked everything in there because I know I'm going to come right back to it. And I put these little sheets of paper between my quilt blocks so that they will be all ready to go when I come back to this project very soon. Here's the block that I made in my last video, and I plan on making 9 blocks, actually 8 blocks, with 2 blocks that will be sort of cut in half to go into the little places in my quilt, and I will be showing that to you hopefully very soon. Like I said, I wanted a simple little project, and I had this embroidery piece that was given to me, and when I received it, it was unfinished. I added just a few more stitches. It was almost ready to go, and I believe this little piece is quite old. The fabric is kind of thin. There are some stains that did not come out, but I think it's so precious. I do want to make a little simple zipper bag with this little embroidered piece. I added some fabric to 2 sides of my flowers here, and then I will add another piece on the bottom and then another piece to make this large enough for the front and back of a zipper bag. After adding those 2 side pieces, I had these leftover pieces, and it worked out great to just put them below, and then I added a larger piece for the back of my zipper bag. When the outside of my bag was ready to go, I found some pieces of batting, and I will be using some leftover pieces the length and width of my bag. And I will say one of these pieces was not quite wide enough, but I let it go because it will be very close to the seam, and I thought that would work out fine not to have so much bulk in my seam. So I'm going to use these small pieces and spray the batting with a little bit of 505 spray, and then I will do a little bit of hand quilting. I'm using some red embroidery floss, and I'm just going to make 2 simple lines right down each side of my embroidered flower piece here. After doing that first side, I realized it would probably be more exact. That line, that straight line, would be probably better done if I had a little guide. So I took a little piece of some painter's tape, and I'm going to use that to guide me as I sew that large quilting line down the side of my flowers. I think those two simple quilting lines add a lot to this little bag, and it was really easy to add that. Now I'm going to add some quilting lines going both directions a couple of times. I did not add a lot of quilting lines, but it will help my batting and the front of my bag stay together nicely. I could have added more lines. That's sort of a personal preference. And now I will trim away the batting using the front of my bag as my guide. I cut a piece of lining the same size as my bag, and you can see the little gap where my batting didn't meet the edge, but that's going to be inside the bag, and I don't think anybody will ever know. My zipper is just a little bit too short, and so I'm going to put little tabs on each end of my zipper. So I will add those with a little stitch before I add my zipper. I cut two little pieces of fabric from the leftover lining, and I just folded an edge in, and I'm going to stitch right across that fold so that I have a little tab as I add this zipper to my bag. The zipper and the tabs are a little bit bigger than I need, and that's okay. I just laid that face down. That zipper is face down on the front of my bag, and now I'm going to put the lining face down on top of the zipper, and I'll be sewing from one end to the other. And after I get to the zipper pull, as I'm sewing that zipper on, I will stop and pull it out from my machine, and I'll move the zipper pull out of the way so that I don't need to worry about that when it kind of gets in the way when you're putting this seam in. So I pushed that zipper pull just a little bit back to the area that I have already stitched, and now I can finish putting these 3 layers together. It's a little bit more than 3 layers. It's the front of the bag, the zipper, and the lining, but there's also the batting in there, so it's a little bit thick. And now I'm going to open up those pieces and I'm going to top stitch across the top of my bag. Now that I've done my top stitching on that one side, I'm going to roll the front of my zipper bag to the zipper and lay it face down there. I'll turn it over and then I will roll the lining to the zipper and I'll pin and sew across the same way I did on that first side. And I'll also stop and move the zipper pull as I am sewing across. It was a little bit fiddly trying to get that top stitch in on the second side of my zipper, but I was able to do that. Just had to move that bag around quite a bit to keep it out of the way as I was doing that top stitching. My little bag is coming together and all I need to do now is sew up the sides. So I'll sew up both sides, but I will leave an opening in the lining so that I can turn it right side out. Everything looks good, so the last thing I need to do is just tuck in the raw edges in the lining, the side of the lining here, and I'm going to stitch along that opening as close to the edge as I can, and my bag is complete. This little bag was a really nice project. a quick thing to do on a Saturday morning, just a little distraction from that big quilt that I'm working on. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.